Let it go 얼어붙어 like whoa 띵하고 어지러워 I see 한여름에도 넌 겨울 Yeah, girl you cold-blooded Yeah, 너와 있을 때 I swear 제가 먼저 zero 폭설한 그 chill 꿈에도 I wasn't aware 나만 빼고 넌 모두에게 참 친절해 내 신감이 들어 단판이 태도 머릿속을 흔드는 ibuprofen 그만해 it's time to stop 승부욕을 자극하는 style yeah. 알면서도 마음이 자꾸 내게 가 안만 빠져버릴까 If you want me back I'll tell you I'm sorry If you want me back I'll tell you stop trying Yeah, yeah, you got me Let it go 얼어붙어 like whoa 띵하고 어지러워 I see 한여름에도 넌 겨울 Yeah, girl you cold-blooded Yeah, girl you cold-blooded Yeah, yeah, yeah Girl you cold-blooded Girl you cold-blooded I'm like frozen 뭐야 모두 stress은 gotta let it go 했어 소개팅 데이팅 어플 다 깔아 또 보았어 반대가 끌린대 opposites attract Don't know about me and you yeah we fell into the cracks Yeah 갖고 너네 no cap 왜 나는 보여 what's happening 객관적일 수가 없이 이미 game white flag and wave it fast Yeah I'm leaving back but 말해도 너만 보면 나도 내 맘 I don't know 이건 love a relationship 헷갈리기만 해 girl I'll tell you I'm sorry if you want me back I'll tell you stop trying Yeah, yeah, you got me Let it go 얼어붙어 like whoa 띵하고 어지러워 I see 한여름에도 넌 겨울 Yeah, girl you cold-blooded Let it go 얼어붙어 like whoa 띵하고 어지러워 I see 한여름에도 넌 겨울 Yeah, girl you cold-blooded Yeah, girl you cold-blooded Yeah, yeah, yeah Girl you cold-blooded Girl you cold-blooded Yeah, girl you cold-blooded Yeah, yeah, yeah Girl you cold-blooded Girl you cold-blooded Yeah, I never met someone like you Oh, to your mama, she a blessing There's nothing that I would undo We'll never hit Z and snooze on you Always tryna show you something new to you Only wanna treat you right, never leave your side Always on my mind, I memorize, fantasize everything about you Yeah, yeah, yeah I'm falling for you, sweetheart And your body got my eyes locked Figure eight curves and I've been drifting like skirt Baby, I've been craving for your Smooth like silk and I'm at some heels Let me be real for a second, you a little crazy You a hundred at will, you got that booty I built No competition, you got me sweating like Bacardi She a baddie, 조금 미쳐가 Picture perfect on a frame, Mona Lisa If you're down, we could chill, we could go overtime Over the morning, no for me, 아침밥을 차려 쓰니까 You steal, it's a crime Damn girl, you're fine When I'm with you, stars align Yeah Doesn't matter 어딜 가나 You can lean on me like tall pizza Yeah, give me a piece of mind like you were Saint Teresa But damn, you can also be a danger 너무 위험해 like wild savannah Playing with lava, damn 난 더 이상 못 참아 Wanna always be making love to ya You steal, it's a crime Damn girl, you're fine When I'm with you, stars align You steal, it's a crime Damn girl, you're fine When I'm with you, stars align Stars align
split you groin to sternum.
Hoodie Squad, hello everyone. What's happening? What's up? Welcome to the night stream. Welcome to the Sunday Fun Day party stream. And I already have something that's bothering me. I got to fix that QR code that's on the screen because it's not scanning, which kind of bothers me a little bit. So I got to go back in and re-edit that. Other than that, hope you all are having a great night. That's just that just shows exactly how detail oriented I am when it comes to this kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. It might be because I altered it a little bit, which I don't know if I can fix it on the website that I normally get my stuff from. Let me see here. Log in. See here. No, I didn't do let's see. Oh, shape and colors right there. No, it wouldn't have let me done anything more differently. I have to play around and fix that then, because like I said, that kind of bothers me. Hope you all are ready for tonight's Sunday Fun Day. We're just gonna have a chill stream. I didn't heavily promote this one. I think I actually forgot to tweet out that I'm even live, so we'll do a little experiment. We'll see how many of you show up. By the way, shout out to KD Gaming 89. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Hoodie Squad.
Welcome to the Hoodie Squad.
I recognize KD from my man Infinite stream. Thank you so much for coming over, brother. Hope you enjoy the stay here at the Hoodie Squad. We're a weird bunch, but we know how to have fun, though. Speaking of fun, let's go ahead and bring in Jack. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this game fired up. Now, this is going to be a little different than the last time I played this game. The last time I played this game, I had people voicing lines and everything. I don't think I'm going to do that this time around. I think this time, it's simply just going to be me just reading the lines, and that's it. I'm not going to force my friends to do it this time, because last time, that got me in trouble, and I was forced to go out and buy a brand new Switch and had to buy a game of which I don't think I've touched in like 2-3 months, because I'm terrible when it comes to gaming systems and stuff. But I'll return to the Switch at some point. But yeah, let's go ahead and bring Jack in. All right, you still there, Jack?
No, I left.
All right, he's still here, chat.
Why do you think I left?
Well, I can't see the Discord.
Okay.
That's why whenever someone pops in, I never see it, and it's like, crap. That's why I have to leave that little notification noise on, just to be on the safe side. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this up on the screen. Oh, wait, no, come back.
What happened?
Well, I wanted to put up the warning again. Hold on, let me exit out of the game. Want that the epileptic warning to come back up. Make sure everyone has plenty of opportunity to see. I don't want someone coming in the stream. I watched that guy Steph Savage Swan stream, and he didn't put up a warning, and I ended up having a such and such. You know, when I was telling my coworker about this, I think she was mistaken and thought that I was talking about Sims. Actually, let me fix something real quick. Okay, there we go. Yeah, she thought I was talking about Sims, and I was like, no. I'm not talking about Sims the game. I'm talking about actual dating simulation game. I don't remember when my camera placement was supposed to be for this one. I'll just move it over here just to be on the safe side. And I'm very close to getting that face rig set up, chat. I got to get someone to design my, to do the 3D or the 2D model. Once that's done, then I've got to get the camera, which the camera is gone again.
What do you mean camera's gone again?
Yeah, basically, yeah, the Elgato cam that I was getting is gone. Okay. Something real quick. By the way, we're at 2 out of 3 achievements complete for the hashtag Path to Partner. If I can just get 75 consistent people, I think we'll be good to go. I don't know how long I have to have 75 people. I don't know if it's like 75 people had to watch the entire stream or if it's just like a few people. I have no idea. What I do know is we shall overcome and we shall find a way.
And Igloo Pop.
An Igloo Pop.
You'd have to be playing 14 to understand it.
Oh, I
Actually,
understand
that'd be
completely.
playing,
Jack is fighting an igloo.
King Igloo.
Melt him with your fire. Oh, so Jack, I meant to send you the picture earlier, but my 3D printed Scream 3 used voice changer is ready. It just has to be sent out. And my robe is basically finished. She's going back and working on the sleeves because I told her I wanted that kind of tattered look from the screen. And I believe the guy is going to start on my resin knives tomorrow. And then I think my Scream 6 robe maker guy, I think he's starting tomorrow as well. I also managed to find some vanilla spray, and I added a vanilla scent to the mask. There's no Scream mask complete without the vanilla scent.
Duly noted.
I actually think the way they do it is I bet they probably take vanilla extract and actually put it in a latex mold. That way it's already caked in as opposed to spraying it on and letting it sit. That would make the most sense to me, at least.
Oh, guess what I got today?
What'd you get today?
I now have an executive membership.
An executive membership.
Yep.
To who?
Costco.
Oh, you went the Costco route. Wait, I thought you already had Sam's.
No.
I don't know why I thought you had Sam's. Well, hey, congratulations, man. I can't afford Costco. At least I don't think I can. Although if you do see some Ghostface stuff in there, Pick it up for me and I'll pay you back.
I doubt I'm going to see anything Ghostface related.
Yeah, probably not till Halloween comes around.
Something like that.
All right. I don't remember if this thing had game music in it or not. Oh, it does. Okay. Okay, that should be good. All right, everybody. Are you ready?
Oito!
Right.
God damn it.
I don't remember where we left off, but I do remember we were trying to focus on Huntress, I believe.
You think I care?
I was talking to the chat. All right. I don't even remember the damn voices I did. Okay, I think I remember the voice. You and Huntress make your way to a secluded beach house. Your heart thrums in your chest. Don't look up it. Wait a minute. Don't look it up. Thrums in a real world. I swear. Are these nerves of excitement or terror? Isn't it fun to mix the sexy and the... Oh, good God almighty. The sexy and the horrifying.
No.
Huntress is quiet as a mouse as she guides you through the island forest. You struggle to keep up with her. She moves like a jungle cat, all muscle and silent leaps across the thorny brush. And we're probably going to be crushed by her massive thighs. She halts suddenly, and you crash into her, having been desperately trying to keep up. You follow her gaze and realize that you've arrived. Do what now?
Use a shotgun.
Just shotgun.
Solid off shotgun, bitch.
He trying to kill Huntress. He ain't trying to smash. He trying to kill Huntress, chat. You follow her gaze and realize that you've arrived. A cabin in the woods, obligatory in nearly all horror films and stories. You've come here willingly with a fearsome killer. Great job. Cabin is cozy, but something seems off about it. You can't quite put your finger on what it is. Huntress stares at you through her bunny mask. Hashtag not a furry. Cocking her head to the side as trying to gauge your reaction to her hideaway. Are you going to invite me inside? I'm sorry. I can try to do a female voice. Why do you need an invitation? Are you a vampire? Oh, good Lord. Lord, where are you? I need your supple, sweet woman voice. No. Oh. Is it me? Or did Huntress seem a little disappointed? Didn't peg her for a lover of the Fang, but hey, I don't judge.
I do.
Come on in. Let's explore.
I judge everything you do.
Why, Jack? Why? Don't judge me under a
Someone
lens.
has to.
No. That's for the people who never make themselves known to do. Follow her inside. I'm gonna do that narrator voice the entire time, especially as I have to do multiple voices now. You follow her inside. It's creepy, rickety, and definitely not up to code, but it has a certain homey charm. I mean, from what I'm looking at, it don't look too bad in here. I expected blood to be all over the walls and dead carcasses to be hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah. Let's for it.
You're quite the decorator. She blesses. Indeed she is. A chandelier made of bones hangs delicately from the foyer ceiling, and a collection of trinkets lines the mantle. Okay, I take back what I said. Something tells you that people who once owned these things are not of this mortal coil anymore. Could you be Huntress's next victim? I can take that in a multitude of ways. The thought gives you a wicked chill. Hey, she's looking at you again. Hey, jackass, he's looking at you again. What do you think of my collection? I'm more of a minimalist. I could learn to like this. It's so much. Oh, okay, so we could go up the answer that gets us killed. We could go with the safe answer, or we could go with the halfway answer.
If we consider the answer D, run.
Run. Unfortunately, that's not an option. I don't have Lauren here. I don't have Lauren here to give me her insight. Let me see if I can save. Let's save real quick. I cannot. Okay.
Lauren's taking some personal time.
No worries, no worries. Completely understand. Let's go with I could learn to like this. I could definitely learn to like this. This whole place is quite tactile. There's so much to look at. The organized chaos makes me want to craft things with my hands. I knew you'd like it here. You have the eye of someone who appreciates fine stolen things. Okay, now you just admitting you're a thief and a murderer too. I can't wait to go treasure hunting with you. We can find so many more goodies on the island. Okay, could you at least clean the blood up off your mask, woman? I know I didn't nitpick about that last time, but could you at least clean the blood off your mask? Or, you know, just take the mask off? But first, what do you think of the other killer? Excuse me. But first, what do you think of the other killers on the island? I mean, Trickster is pretty out there, but everyone else seems like they have interesting backstories and whatnot. Little gossip, huh? A little gossip, huh? What are you playing at, Stealthy? Huntress considers this for a beat. She seems to have two modes, thoughtful and explosive. You hope to never be in the splash zone when the explosive part emerges. Why? Are you jealous? Before you can answer, the house begins to shake. Huntress loses her balance on the termite-infested floor. Oh, God. Oh, now that I'm looking at it, there's blood on the floor. There is blood stains. Apparently the termites in the floor. Dear God, why did I expect anything less? And falls into your arms. You're not mad about it, but before you have time to enjoy taking this moment in... Oh no, it's an attack. A horde of killer crabs invade through the crevices in the poorly constructed cabin. They race at you and Huntress in swarms, clacking their razor-sharp claws at you. You must act quickly. What will you do?
I got some magic missile in the darkness.
Shield Huntress, run and hide, grab a shashka. What the hell is a shashka?
Probably a Russian weapon.
Well, if I shield Huntress, she might get offended. I think she likes for us to fight together. So we're gonna grab a shashka. You reach out and grab a shashka off the wall. Being highly educated person that you definitely are, you know that a shashka is a Russian sword, not an umbrella or a can of cola or something else like that. Back to back with Huntress, you both... Back to back with Huntress, you both hack away at the attacking crustaceans. You manage to slay the majority of the killer crabs. The ones you miss go scurrying away back into their hidey holes. Huntress turns to you with a gaze that's full of passion and intrigue. However, before it bubbles over, she looks away, suppressing this feeling. Is she nervous? Huntress sits down on the wicker couch and begins cleaning the guts off her hatchet. It's an obligatory scene for every killer. You're happy not to be the source of what she's wiping off. That's right. Ugh. You know, I saw someone complain in one of the Ghostface group chats that I'm a part of. Just getting off topic a little bit, chat. They were complaining, saying that the whole gimmick about Ghostface wiping his knife off is cheesy. And they said that they hate that every movie has ran with it. And they're like, why would the killer wipe blood on his gloves? That's going to make it slippery. To which I want to tell them, the reason why you go ahead and wipe the blood off is because if you don't, one, it's going to rust up. Leaving that blood on there for too long is going to rust up. You want a knife that's going to last you. Because those knives are expensive. And I think people would start to catch on that you might be the killer if you're constantly going in and, well, I don't know, buying buck 120s. It's just a thought. Just a thought.
I like cheese.
Wait, that's not my line.
It's not mine, no.
Looks like we're having crab for dinner. You know, I don't like crab, to be honest. She doesn't smile at your joke. She has that ponderous look on her face again. You join her on the couch. Man, sometimes those near-death experiences really get me thinking about what I want in life. I think I'd like to start a family one day. How about you?
It's a trap, Savage.
It's a trap. It's a trap. And I knocked my fan over.
Good.
Okay. So, of course, maybe one day with the right person, or no way, not for me. But if I'm going based off of me as a person, I'm going, of course. Of course I want to have kids one day. I think we talked about this at work once. I think we all, well, I guess in this case it'd be you and me because all the other three coworkers have kids.
We don't know about the fourth.
She does.
Okay.
Of course. I love kids. Would love to be a parent one day. Huntress smiled. Ma'am, put them gams away. Put them jubbly wubblies away. Children, cover your eyes. Don't look at the screen. But also, I wonder why children be watching this. This is 18 plus. I love my dear mother so much. I can't wait to have that sort of special relationship with my daughter one day. Teach her everything I know. What you trying to say? You trying to make one right now? And I won't be killed by some horrible elk. What were you like? What were you like as a kid? You try to imagine this gigantus as a meek child in a puffer coat wandering about the forest. Huntress chuckles, her laugh quite cute and soft. I was so innocent. We hunted to survive, then went back to the cottage and Mother would tell me stories, and we'd drink tea and imagine a life far away from the woods, somewhere like this. I suppose I finally achieved what she always wanted for me, but since coming here, something feels off. It's beautiful and warm, and everyone is so attractive, like thirst traps galore. Oh, muscle mommy, ooh woo. Right, I'm Chucky. Muscle mommy, ooh woo. Muscle mommy, put them muscles away, put them gams away. Put them thighs away. Please put that hatchet away. But don't you get the feeling that... But don't you get the feeling that something is coming for us? You mean something more than we already have? Oh no, she's onto you. Onto you about what? Swirling memories rush through your head. Nightmares. Visions of a dark cloud. Claudette and Dwight's vacant stares that belly some sort of hypnosis? What did they say last time? Quick, validate her theory or try to push it off. I mean, we already had something technically come for us. No, not really.
I'm just gonna keep on killing things.
This sounds like a Jonathan response. Or a Jack response, I should say. Jack, this sounds just like you. It's this is what my character said. What? I don't feel that way at all. Everything is perfect here, and I know nothing. Nothing, okay? Nice save. Wouldn't want to derail the mission you're on.
Yeah, we're on a mission.
Maybe you haven't fooled her after all. Huntress looks at you with a sneer of distrust. The newcomer does protest too much. What exactly is the mission we're on?
Fuck.
Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and then, hey man, haven't you heard about knocking? We have a dramatic announcement, but it needs to happen back at the beach. Oh, one of the characters is getting married. You arrive at the beach and realize you were set up. There's no big announcement after all. What we have here is a good old-fashioned rivalry. It's true, exactly like that voice we cannot hear and certainly aren't referencing says? Referencing says. We were forced to interrupt your lovely date by another killer. They were here and ready to make you an offer of love you won't be able to oh, good God. Bro, I don't swing that way. Oh, good God. Look, bro, I'm a dude, I think I'm a dude in the context of the game. Rapper, first of all, you got all them damn spikes sticking out of you. You got all them scars on you. You got blood all over you. Why wouldn't I go with the one who doesn't have as much blood on them? Beyond the Mask. Hey, shout out to Beyond the Mask. Go follow him on YouTube. Great Scream content. Halloween content too. Trapper emerges from the water. Is he in slow motion? He's pure thirst. He's Paul Newman on horseback. He's Denzel on the cover of GQ. Manliness brought to life. Also, he's holding his breath under there this whole time waiting for his cue. That's commitment to a bit if I've ever seen it.
Heard you spent the day in a quaint cottage. That's cute. How about a quaint mansion? Or better yet, how about one on each continent? Yeah, I'm including Antarctica. I'm really, really rich.
I don't remember who voiced Trapper and what voice we gave him.
Me, and I gave him a hick voice.
Think of how cozy
Real hick.
Think of how cozy we could be like that.
Nah, more of a, think of how cozy we could be.
Think of how cozy we could be. Get there in a snowy 10-bedroom chateau, one of those pools that is half indoor, half outdoor, but is nice and warm throughout. Like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I can try to keep that up. That way you can kill a mama polar bear from outside while watching her cubs cry over her body from the inside. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you really just talked about killing animals in front of the animal lover. You trying to get your ass whooped. Wow, Trapper is the real deal. By real, I do mean really, and by deal, I mean evil. Plus, you really want to hunt for food the rest of your life? With me, you get it both ways. Savagery and someone who can clean up after you. Sounds nice, huh? I don't know where I'm going with this accent, but you know what? Fine, fuck it. We'll roll with it. As if that sounds amazing. Look, I'm wondering here. if it comes to it, is Huntress gonna defend me, or is she gonna let Trapper slice my head off? I didn't save, chat. So we'll see. That life isn't for me, bro. I'm very impressed you can speak with implied quotation marks. Very cool. This guy is a total douche nozzle. Try hard much. He's like turn of the century Pacific Northwest version of Wall Street, bro. Trust me, it tracks. Patrick Bateman with a huge chip on his shoulder. You wouldn't go with him if you were brandishing a cleaver at you. Oh shit, he is. Give in to anger. Thanks, but no thanks. Give in to anger. What do you mean by giving to anger? Like by anger towards him? I don't know what they mean by that. I tell you what, they didn't give me a. Still can't say. I guess we'll go thanks, but no thanks, because I don't know what it means by giving to anger. Like, do they want us to get mad at Trapper? Or are they saying give in to the anger and go to the dark side? I have no idea. Thanks, but no
Give
thanks.
to the dark side, they have cookies.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm into a quieter lifestyle. I relish my independence and don't need someone to wipe my butt for me. You run back to the huge arms of Huntress. She hugs you tight. So tight you feel the life leave your body for just a moment. But it hurts so good. Oh, so this is just a Lady Demonstrative lady. I'm just gonna say Lady D. From with the whole step on me thing. I understand that, but I don't want somebody stepping on me.
People are weird, people are stupid, people are crazy.
You'll have some weird kinks.
To me?
I'm talking about like the whole step on you thing.
Yes. If that's what gets you off, sure, whatever. Just keep the fuck away from me.
I still remember.
I'll be happy.
I still remember when my ex, I found out she cheated on me, and she had this guy walking her around the hotel room with a dog collar on, and he was spitting at her and calling her names. So I'm like, the fuck? Like, hey, that's what you into? I'm kind of glad we didn't work out, cause I ain't doing that.
Far, far to the fucking east. My God. Off to the east we go. Off to the east we go. Hey ho, what you know? We're off to the fucking east.
I'm Chucky. I hope you're enjoying the playthrough. You should have been here. I don't know if you've seen any of this. I don't have. I was originally gonna upload clips of this, and I might still, take some clips and stuff from this. But as you can see, we clearly went the Huntress route. Now, I might go back through and do another playthrough with Ghost Girl while we focus in on Ghost Girl. But I can tell you now, we ain't doing no playthrough where we focus on the guys. Especially if this character is supposed to be me.
To the southeast! Oh, hey, it's right here. Silver. I'm not abandoning duty. No, not bad. Stunk a gill.
Aw, some dude's buddy died to a dragon. Haha. Sucks to suck.
All right. You know what? I'm impressed that you stood up to me. I appreciate someone giving me their total honest opinion, even if that opinion makes me want to carve out your liver.
Oh, so now we're going black?
Yes, because that's clearly how a black person talks. And the butt wiping comment.
It is kind of ghetto-y, dude.
It's hard trying to. It's kind of hard trying to stay in that southern mentality.
Dude, you're from the South.
Right?
Which, the term you're looking for is...
That southern
a,
twang.
No, the term you're looking for is the hick.
Oh, the
Look
hick.
for the hick. I make 7 jugs of moonshine a day.
I make 7 jugs of moonshine a day. But
And when I get drunk, I get real frisky with sister.
oh no! No, not sister. Well, unless it's my work wife sister, that's a different story.
Ooh.
Chad, I feel like I should explain myself, but I won't. It's just no, I don't actually have an actual sister, but I do have a sister wife. That is all. And the butt wiping comment, that's not what I meant by. Okay, clean up after. Okay. But I'm hiring someone to do that for me the moment I get home. Oh, ugh. That's all right. I don't care how rich I get. I don't need someone to wipe my butt for me.
That's where you'd be wrong, kiddo.
Trapper leaves and you turn to Huntress, walking in slow motion back into the water. It's pretty weird. He's just gonna stay in there all night? Shall we continue our date? Going back to the murder cabin, aren't we? We are. Huntress leads you back to her cabin. You thought you'd remember the way, but it's like the forest has completely changed. Nothing is familiar. Better not get lost out here. Can you believe that guy? Classic trapper pulling a move like that. I'm so glad you chose me, though. I don't think we've explored all there is between us. Yeah. Hey. She winks a bunny-masked eye and scoops you up onto her back. Okay, then. We doing it like that. Huntress runs through the woods with you piggyback riding her. The wind ruffles your hair. Animals clear the path for the mighty woodswoman as she races by like lead from that famous teen vampire drum in that one scene where he calls her a spider monkey. You talking about Twilight? I haven't watched Twilight in forever. Huntress doesn't call you that. Whee! Oh, excuse me. Whee! Eventually, she gently lowers you to the ground and you take in your surroundings. A wooded clearing in the forest. Huntress prances about like a deer in a meadow. I come here sometimes to clear my head and hack up a few woodland creatures. Foxes are my favorite to slaughter. They think they are so cute and sly, but I see right through them. They're just assholes. Great with hot sauce. Huntress hears wrestling and darts off to find the source, crouching down low like an animal. Now you're alone in the middle of the forest. Which way did you come from again? No idea. Your sense of direction is all off. A mellifluous voice. A voice flows through the air, landing upon your ears like syrup honey. Come and find me. When did this turn into a game of hide and seek? We're gonna go ahead and save while we can, because we seem to be doing pretty good so far. Repeat the instructions. Oh! Repeat the minigames on top of that point. Rotates in the clockwise. Okay. Perfect, okay. I hate this. I hate it so much. God damn it. Not bad. Why? Help! Damn it!
I refuse to help.
Tag. You bob Huntress on the shoulder when you find her. She high-fives you. Trying to date this young lady or just this bro? You trying to date this young lady or just bro down all day? You're so good at hiding. I'm having a real blast. Thanks. It takes 10,000 hours of practice to get good at something. Hey, they do say that. That was fun, huh? I keep trying to just relax and have a good time, but that's really hard for me. Anytime I let my guard down, something terrible happens. Oh my God! Jack, look at the number 2 statement.
Hold on.
Chad, are you looking at this? Oh my gosh. Can I save? Because no, I should have saved for that stupid mini game because I could have chose that middle one just to be that guy. Foot. I ain't gonna lie, this the kind of music you play when you are getting ready though. Well, chat, we could go the question right, like what? Or we could go the totally route, like relating to, or we can be a dickhead and go with the middle answer. Look, I feel like if you go with the middle answer, you're trying to lay. You're trying to lay and slay. Let me know when you're back, Jack. I'm not gonna choose the answer till you get back.
I'm already back.
Look at that middle answer.
I saw the middle answer.
And your response?
No.
I just love how that's. If I wish I would have saved after the mini game because I don't want to do that stupid mini game again. Otherwise, I would choose that answer just to be that guy. Sadly, I can't. We'll just go totally. And something on this island is for sure out to get us. If only I knew what. A desolate energy fills your chest. You've said too much and anger flushes around you.
Do what you came here to do.
Clutch your head in agony. What are you doing here? Oh look, Claudette and Dwight are back. Okay, we swear we are here for a good reason this time. Yeah, no one is manipulating this time. It's time for dinner. Come get some grub. God damn it. Alright. I tell you what we finna do, chat. We're gonna save. We're gonna load. We're gonna go back. All right, let me see here. Oh, I think it auto saved. God damn it. Oh no, you really are feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wrath is here too. We're not going to gag where we can cram them all on the screen at the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here. They're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because you're personality, but because you just met them yesterday. Ever since Rafe seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that. I'm not going to bother to give him a voice. I'm sick of watching everyone else gorge themselves while I'm preoccupied with you. You know, trying to get to the bottom of this never-ending nightmare. So tonight, none of that. I'm not really hungry anyway, so I say we just do a simple salad or something. The green kind, not the mayo kind. Mayo is gross. Agreed, bro. Agreed. Mayonnaise is the devil's jizz. I'm fine with just lettuce. It doesn't have to be fancy. Not iceberg, though.
It's just salty.
It has no nutritional value. Sound like my mother. Lettuce to me is lettuce. Letting Rafe choose was a mistake. That's on all of us. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day for sure. How will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little and it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but just don't sit there and say nothing. Nothing is not an option. Joke about having kids. Tell of your brush with death.
Luigi.
Sure. I'm going to brush with death. Today was nuts. We went to Huntress' secret cabin and killer crabs attacked us. It's true. It's true. I'll fall asleep tonight to the delicious sound of crunching crustaceans.
That would never happen on my yard. I grind them up. Much more satisfying way to kill crabs. At least one of those crabs I have a little comb for the other kind.
Oh, God. You really are talking yourself out of me trying to holler. Even if I went that way, you just talked yourself out of it. This man has crabs. Like comb crabs. I'm good, bro. I'm good. All right, Quadette, bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they are all very tired. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in ... an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bon appetit. Oh, excuse me. Bony appetit? Don't you mean bone? No, almost everyone here has we serve has lots of bones in it, even the vegetables. Okay. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. Everyone finishes. Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust the crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? Thank them. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. In fact, here. For us? Just for doing our jobs? Wait a minute now. Listen here now. I don't know what you heard about me, but I don't do three ways. Thank you kindly. Everyone, if you would be so pleased as kind to follow us to the fire pit, we greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Ooh, there's cookies.
Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb?
Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of childhood trauma involving fire. And finally, everyone starts moving toward the fire pit, if only to get away from Rafe's complaining. You take a seat on the comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will wait to tell a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my head like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. And oh, cool. And now everyone is looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or we could play charades. Boggle? Well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points to his spine and skull staff him a finger jig at you. You duck out of the way. Who knows what that thing can do? It probably shoots lasers.
I'll fire my laser dick.
Oh no! Target acquired.
It's my dick.
Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you.
Once upon a time, everybody died.
Don't speak for me, Huntress. You can't tell if you're warm from the fire or it's your nerves heating up.
Once upon a time, everybody died. The end.
I know that the fire is right here, but maybe we stop talking about it all the time. We can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know. Threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Rafe. Stealthy was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. I'm not the storytelling type, or fine, I'll tell a story. Alright, fine, I'll tell a story. Sure, I'm game to tell a story. Once upon a time, there was a man who was trapped on an island with a bunch of killers. He decided to put on a ghost face robe and mask and grab a buck 120 that happened to just be randomly laying in the ocean, and he slaughtered them all. The end.
That story sucked.
No, that story had heart and character. And all the characters died except the one wearing the mask.
That story sucked.
Okay, fine, and you tell a better story.
Once upon a time, everybody died.
Oh, that ain't no good story. Where's the characters? Where's the conclusion? Where's the
Well,
build
let's see.
up?
The characters is everybody. The conclusion is died.
There was no who's the main protagonist?
Everybody.
Trickster, where in the hell did you come from? I hope it's a mystery. Okay, so what type of story do you want to tell? Romance, adventure, action. All right, we can tell some romance. We can zhuzh it up a little bit. We can tell an adventure. Wait a minute, isn't adventure and action the same exact thing?
No.
I guess it's because they usually lump action and adventure together. That's why, in categories.
Adventure is a trek through the woods. Action is a boxing match.
Fair enough, fair enough. Let's tell an adventure story.
Once upon a time, Timmy got lost in the woods. He
Alright.
died. The end.
Why is it that everyone has to die in your stories? Did somebody
Also,
live?
I can't Okay, fine. Once upon a time, Sarah got lost in the woods. She managed to come out, but she had injuries inflicted upon her. She lived a horrible, disfigured life. The end.
Wow, poor Sarah.
Literally, I could not think of a name, so I just...
All right, you like your Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movies? How about some adventure? Now we're talking. It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice. One nod politely. You don't have to say that, Rafe. Just nod politely. Okay, ready? Here goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby. Great foundation of a story for sure. You pause. Everyone is waiting with bated breath. No pun intended. Dadgummit, why did it have to be Jack's answer?
Luigi!
Literally, your answer is the first choice. Character does this, it ends. Goodbye. Dadgummit, Jack.
What'd I do?
You had a feeling this was gonna happen, didn't you?
No.
Well, I can't save it, so
I'm not even watching the stream.
I guess we'll go yes, that's all. That's all I've got. I forgive you, give the narrator a break and do some storytelling for once in your stinking life. Everyone's a little disappointed, but hey, you can't all be Hans Christian Andersen. No, I was just kidding. Okay. So what type of story do you want to tell? Romance, personal, action. Okay, fine. Let's just... Fine, let's tell a personal story. Can I save? Dadgummit, I cannot. So it looks like it only saved when the narrator's on, which I hate. Okay, fine. Let's tell a romance one. I love a good romance. They're soft, gentle kind that you can bring your kids to without worrying that you're going to really screw them up. Depends on what you mean and what movie you bring them to. Ooh. In case you refuse, that was not like I'm a ghost boo, just you suck boo. There was once a newly elected prime minister in England. There was once a newly elected prime minister in England. He was single, which was quite strange for a leader of his stature. Over the first few months of his tenure, he started to fall for one of his assistants, a girl from the wrong side of the track. Wait a minute. Isn't this the story of, No, not Legally Blonde. What's the name of that damn movie? Not Legally Blonde, but it's the one that's like Legally Blonde. And had that dude in there. I can't remember his name. She was so different from other girls, brash and adorable with a hint of vulnerability. After the President of the United States made a move on her during one of his visits, he had her sent away. I knew it was something. I'm sorry, did you steal this from a popular Christmas movie? Watch Christmas movies?
Obviously. They're the only thing on TV in December. I have all the streaming subscriptions, but I still love flipping channels.
I want to know what happens to the Prime Minister. Do they end up together and start a family? If this doesn't end in revenge, I'm leaving. When do people get tortured in a warehouse? Oh, it's not that kind of movie. Sorry, Trickster. Oh. That didn't go well. Never plagiarize a masterpiece. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but that was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end it there. So, who else would like you to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. Oh, we're gonna go Huntress. Huntress, you seem raring to go. Let's hear from you. Sure thing. My neck of the woods isn't wanting for horrifying mythology. Mother once told me of a story of a young man who was traveling back home after the war. Which war? Doesn't matter. I wanted some backstory details to paint a picture. See? Just like I was telling you about your story earlier, Jack. It's all about having a backstory and details. And somebody has to live.
That's the wrong side. Nobody has to live.
I'll paint you a picture if you want.
Man was lost and running out of food rations. He stopped to rest for the night underneath a majestic birch tree. That's when he saw the woman, naked, skin glistening in the twilight glow.
Alright, I'm invested.
They sang a haunted melody as they made their way downhill towards the inviting lake. Enchanted by the music, the young man followed the parade of beautiful women until they stopped in the clearing next to the water. They turned to him and smiled. One woman with a long red hair stepped forward and reached for his hand. Oh, it's a trap! It's a trap! Get away! Run! Run! It's a trap! The others began to play music. Flutes, lutes, tambourines. The melody was intoxicating. The man's feet began to move beneath him. He was dancing, moved by the magical music of these mysterious women. Twilight darkened in the night and the man grew weary, but when he tried to still move his moving feet, he found that he could not. Help! I cannot stop dancing! He cried to the nearest woman, a slender woman with green hair. She drew near him and saw her features distort from something horrific. She was bloated, an eye hanging from her socket, skin the color of algae, a russalka, her true self. You'll never stop dancing, she screeched at him. My sisters and I were drowned by this lake by men of your regiment. Consider this your punishment. The man cried out. But it wasn't me. Someone must pay, the rustic said, her voice filled with briny malice. And so the man danced and danced until his bones broke and his heart gave out. The dance of death. Silent beat as everyone takes in this macabre ending. Dadgummit, it's a Jack ending. Someone had to die.
You'll find a lot of stories someone has to.
Unless you watch Toy Story. Well, no, nobody died in Toy Story. Good story. No one died. But it's not all bad. Rusalakas are fertility goddesses. If a lady had stumbled across them, she would have been blessed with a fruitful womb and probably some candy for the road. Damn, does she really think that's a happy ending? I want what Huntress is having. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. Agreed. There's nothing wrong with making a sequel, because even if the sequel sucks, you still have the original. That's the way I look at it. Same with reboots.
Yeah, but there's some sequels that really just fuck everything up.
That's true. I guess it just depends on if the story is interpreted and there's more to tell. Like, for instance, Scream 1 is a perfect movie by itself. You had the ending, killers were vanquished. You could just have ended it right there and it could have been a one and done. But they decided to make a sequel to it. And the way they set it up, it was very logical. It made sense. You could also say the same for the third one to a degree. The fourth one withstanding, we'll ignore that one. And then, of course, the new ones that we got. It's telling a new story and just involving the original characters from the first couple of movies. But yeah, there are some times where they shouldn't make a sequel, like Highlander. From what I understand, Highlander 2 and 3 suck. They should have just went with just one, and that's it. I would say the same thing about the Mortal Kombat movie, the original OG one. That one it was good, campy fun. They should have just been one and done, but they did that sequel, and it was terrible. Terrible CGI, terrible acting, everything was terrible.
Okay.
I don't know. Like I said, I guess it just depends on the story. That is a good discussion to have one night, chat. Like, talk about sequels and stuff. Not necessarily horror movie sequels, but just sequels in general.
I have 31! Really? I have 31? Well, ain't that swell?
When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost as never... When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between the audience and creator. Okay, that is a fair assessment, Claudette. That is a fair assessment. Like, for instance, there are some stories that are better told as a series as opposed to a movie. Like, for instance, we're going to keep going with the Scream logic. There was a Scream series. I didn't bother to watch it because I thought the mask looked stupid. But from what I understand, at least it told a good cohesive story from season 1 to 2. And you had a sense of, you think you know who the killer is, but you might not know who the killer is. I guess it also speaks to this Harry Potter reboot. I mean... Hey, for all we know, this might be better than the original movies. And if it is, that's great. If not, we still got the movies. Tell me, Stealthy, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know what? We need to get back to that thing that we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay, you have fun tonight and try not to wink, end up dead. Why did he say the words wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? White is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident, but you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim Not a perpetrator, no wonder she's pissed.
Did I hear somebody trash talking spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this by while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes?
Please, enough talk of burns. Things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well?
Yes. Because you a bitch.
Oh!
Saucy Jack. What if we turned and ran away as far from this place as we could? Just you and me. The hell are we gonna run to? No spindly legs? You'd probably tire out if you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded, stealthy is after, then they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I choose to move slowly for stealthy purposes. It's my own choice and it's completely logical. Why is everyone obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all of that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and say you fake solution to all your fabricated problems. Okay. All right, we got one of those. I'll be sitting in the shade drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore.
What?
Basically, we just gonna say the spirit. She's basically Golf Girl and Karen rolled up into one. Well, no, not necessarily Karen. I'm gonna say she's Golf Girl and she's anti-everything rolled in one.
What?
Character, spirit. She basically just went on a whole little tirade about how, don't you all get it? They want you to fight. They want you to fight so they can sell you these little cheap solutions. Funny. It's like it's
like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me?
Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with getting attention from everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives or, some special projects we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with for an evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderer's Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either, but with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because that guy. Gonna keep going with Huntress. We're gonna go with Muscle Mommy Uwook. You know, I had a feeling you'd pick me. You've got good case. And don't just say that because I'm considering eating you. Huntress licks her lips as she eyes you up and down like you felt like a literal piece of meat. This is this much in your life before. What have you gotten yourself into? Let's go over to the bar. I'm going to make you into something special. You and Huntress whisk yourselves away to the bar, and when you arrive, you find an arrangement of arts and craft supplies. Are these taxidermy tools? Cool, cool, cool. Are you freaking out? I'm not freaking out. Wonder what's going through Huntress's head. Though she's bubbly and enthusiastic, you're always terrified she might snap. Something on your mind? She smiles. Drink this. The fuck is that? Huntress hands you a seemingly normal tropical cocktail. If one were to drug you into some sort of state, which you could be operated on, these flavors would certainly hide the poison. You look around and consider what else is there to live for besides becoming Huntress's little toy, and the conclusion is bombs away. You pound the drink. It's quite nice. I've been thinking about making you a present, a mask. Would you be into that? Yes, of course. I've always admired yours. What would you like? A fluffy cat mask, that's Jack. Anglerfish mask, that's Lauren. Rabbit mask. Alright, we're gonna go with a rabbit mask. We're gonna pander. Indeed, we can attack from both sides. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. I know what I'm going to be working on tonight, all alone in my... I know what I'm going to be working on tonight, all alone in my skimpy pajamas. Huntress winks at you. Why is that never a spot for me to save in a good spot? I always get caught up in the story and I don't get to save. Should we just, like, get out of here? This deserves a celebration. Okay. Fuck it. We doing it live. We just gonna go, let's just get out of here. Oh, I didn't know we were going. I didn't know we were going. I didn't know we were going for it like that. Oh. All right, then. These drinks are making me pretty sleepy. Should we just, like, get out of here? Maybe go directly into your bed? Jack, we going for it, man. Apparently my character has decided we going for it. Ain't gonna be no more of this pillar paddling around. We going for it. Do you think my character will live or die?
I'm about to sleep.
Do what now?
I'm about to go to sleep.
No, don't leave, Jack.
I can feel that I'm starting to nod off.
Nah, it's good, man. Actually, you know what? This is a good opportunity for me to take a break, refill my tea, and let Jack go ahead and say his good nights. So thank you so much, Jack, for coming and hanging with me as I read through this game. I can only hope that I'm getting to the end of this. I have no idea, but we'll be back, chat, or I'll be back, I should say, and yeah, we shall see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's go ahead and kick off the timer.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't wanna do. Baby, while we're young, baby, while we're young, baby, while we're There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games now. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games now. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games now. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want.
There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want. Playing games, no. There's no denying what we want. There's no denying what we want.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're
Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. I took a little bit of an extended break. All right. Well, we have made the choice to tell her let's go straight to the bedroom. It's going to want to go one of two ways. We'll end up dying or... well, I guess you'll be into it. All right, let's see how this goes. No, that's not how tonight goes. I mean, it's not how it's supposed to go. Not yet, at least. Haha, you kooky kids. Soon. Huntress, you've got a lot of hobbies. Why don't you share something with us that you're passionate about? Something less deadly than throwing accents or chasing survivors. Maybe just a thought? Making more masks or wait, making matching gloves? Oh, you little joker. I'm thinking a different type of making your victims die fast. Making our victims die fast, medium, or slow deaths, depending on them. Oh, okay. And another round of Be Careful What You Wish For on Murderer's Island. Dwight, I need your help. It's something in a different... doing something in a different place entirely. You read my mind. Meet you there. I'm talking about mycology, you know. I'm talking about mycology. You know, mushrooms. I've picked a lot of them, and I'm very familiar with ones make for great soup base and which ones make you super dead. I'll show you two mushrooms. I'll show you two mushrooms. You point at the one that's safe to eat. Okay, that sounds easy enough. Okay, I feel like this is a trap. Oh my gosh. I didn't get Coaster up there. Let's go with the black one. Can I save? I cannot. Correct. It's called a black trumpet, and boop-a-doo-doo-doo. It's delish. Next up, this one is super easy. I'm sure you'll nail it. Point to the one that won't result in almost instant death if you eat it. Oh. Uh-oh, you've just eaten a deadly dapperling, which has the name that is both adorable and, well, deadly. Adorable and deadly. You know, anyone like that? Final question. Which will make you jump for joy and which will make you vomit until you die? The green one clearly looks like it should be that, but it could be a trap. Let me think. Oh, gosh. Okay, we'll go with that one. Green Kraken Rasula. Sure, it might look moldy, but I guess you shouldn't judge a mushroom by its gross green cap. Not everything is exactly as it appears at first glance. That was fun, right? I like flexing a little more than just my biceps for you. All right, let's hear your, let's see here. Tabulating your answers and... Not great, not all wrong, but it only takes one poisonous mushroom to put you down for good. Guess you need to keep me around so you don't shove anything deadly in your mouth. Huntress claps her hands giddily. I appreciate you spending time with me tonight. I know the other killers are very alluring in their own way. It means a lot that you spend time with a forest bumpkin such as myself. Okay. Who'd you sleep with if you could? Come on. Mary, Hanky, Panky, push off a cliff. Rave, Trapper, and Spirit. Huntress chuckles. Definitely kill Rafe because I'd probably kill him by accident anyways. Literally smash his head in reaching for his salt at lunch today. Hanky Panky with Spirit because she seems really bendy. Harry Trapper, unfortunately, because he's probably the only one who could survive in my cabin, make himself useful in any scenario. I'd be very upset. How about you? None of them are you, so I'd have to go kill, kill, kill. We're here. Paulette and Dwight are gathering around everyone on the beach. Typical. We're gathering everyone on the beach. Typical. Okay. Exactly what the voice said. I'm telling you, and I'm being honest, that you're the only one who can hear me. Gang gatherers all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was. Oi, feels like I've been here a lot longer than that than usual. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so I mean you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the game, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone's gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pick your dream date and see who Stealthy chooses. Who's ready for round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about their dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Rafe, why don't you go first? You look like you'd hate that. Stop talking. Sorry. Anyway, Wraith. Well, I don't know. I'd really just tell Stealthy I'd really prefer to just tell Stealthy privately. I don't really know how that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Stealthy? Graves considers this for a long time, for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Rafe lowers his voice to barely an audible whisper. Tomorrow we will have to find my bell. And I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special. That kind of thing where we really bond. Maybe finally get off this island. Or maybe then we can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Rafe nods proudly. Hit a spirit. Figuratively? Damn it, Dwight. You've got to watch your words with these people. Tomorrow you'll spit in the face of God, die and be reborn anew. Eesh. That's it? Not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up something, whatever, mysteries with Rafe. I don't know what those guys do all day. You at least want to specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then, so hydrate here tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable not only in polite society but with narrative of this in-world event and also a larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? And now we're getting real meta with the references, even more meta than before. Sometimes you just gotta say it.
Why, yes, thank you. I'd love to. So, Stealthy, you're thinking of picking me. Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished. Tomorrow will suck. Probably. I'm not an easy nine to get along with, I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. You like Trapper, you're gonna love it. If not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident second lady in a rabbit mask, better stay the hell away from my yacht.
Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from there? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper. Won't even know it's gone.
What was that?
Nothing. Go away. Then, boy, oh boy, I've got such an adventure plan. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing because it's clear already that you're not going to pick me. Because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream about all those swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night. And save. Did you two forget something? Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run up to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of a psychological break and giving them a little push. Hold up, this has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time, and I'm now just finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of those killers. Oof, it's like butchering, but it hurts even worse.
You can't kill a killer, but you can break their heart. Do you even try? Do you even dare to try?
You mean... That's right. Tomorrow, one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic. Because it's surprising. Because it's a classic reversal of fate. And it will hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. Who's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you see him coming. Spear could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. Eek. If you get rid of Rafe, he might cry, although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable. It just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay, but you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? Sure, let's go with Ray. Peace out, Rafe. Look, I'm here. Oh, God. Okay. All right, I gotta say this straight. Look, I'm here, and I'm horny, and I'm not really getting positive reinforcement from you, Wraithy poo. Please don't take this personally. It's just my opinion of you and who you are and what you're about deep down as a person and how I don't like it. Like, give me something, you know, a kiss, a wink, hold my hand. Phyllis telling me about all this mysterious stuff you're obsessed with. Or better yet, don't. Rafe rises taller than you've ever seen him and calmly walks to the exit. Before he leaves, he turns to you. When you came here, I thought perhaps you would be different. I don't know how my last bit of hope in humanity hasn't been snuffed out, but it wasn't. It is now. You're just like the rest of them. There is no hope of goodness here. The only thing I can do is try to escape, and burn everything and everyone to the ground. He leaves. Pretty badass exit. Was not expecting that. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind, because of course they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Stealthy, but when this is all over, they'll never be sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with their own mostly nude trickster body pillow. The next thing to the real trickster. It might not hug you bad, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right, it's Dwight tested. Claudette approved. Hope you sleep well tonight, Stealthy. You're my hammer for what you've accomplished. You sleep tonight not knowing what you've done. No, not because of the guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination. I didn't even know it was that kind of a game. Let's check with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. I can't help it if I have thick arms and legs that go until they stop. They go until they stop. I knew we had a connection from the moment I saw them through my mask. You can never be sure what's going on in the newcomer's mind. But I like my odds for tomorrow. It's so fun hunting for love and not for food or vengeance for a change. I know I said some things when Stealthy kicked me to the curb, and I just want to say I'm embarrassed for how I acted. Not what I said though. I stand by it. I want everyone here to burn. How would I say things are going?
How would I say things are going? It's a matter of perspective. If Stealthy's goal is to press me when things are going poorly. But if Stealthy's goal is to get themselves killed, they're doing an amazing job.
Do I think there's a chance I might get eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words been talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning within me to be seen, heard, and validated by those around me? Yeah. What? No, you're not a part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not a part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. The whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Not gonna lie, kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down for a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. But I've got a new album, upcoming tour, finalizing a new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing these private gigs over on IP Island. Sounds like something Logan Paul would do. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island. It's dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama, lawyers, take a hike. I'm not gonna tell everyone that Trickster said about them, don't worry. I'm talking about your favorite established characters from over pop culture. Oh my gosh, he's doing it. Okay. I'm talking about your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghost. Don't say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand. We have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. Hey, he said Ghostface. Go ahead. Oh, let's hit the ghost space button.
Hello, Hoodie Squad, and welcome to Stealth Streamed. We've got a lot of cool things in store for you tonight. So sit back and relax and enjoy the stream. Or I'll split you groin to sternum.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh my gosh. Where is Ghostface? Gotta get a little stabby in here. Sending Ghostface some love. Come on. Whatever, I don't even care. I'm the trickster. See you around, Stealthy. You too, narrator. I have a name, you know. Do? Yeah, seriously, do not pay me enough to deal with you people.
Is it my turn?
What? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How dare you be sitting in that chair?
What's a chair?
It's a thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew.
Okay, rude.
Fine, let's just get it over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in.
Check-in? I was looking for the bathroom.
Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left.
It's okay. Never mind.
Never mind? What does that mean? No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay, we don't have to confess anything. We've been working our asses off for 2 days straight and just wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the Ocean just peed on it. How is that You know what? I don't care. You two look pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue in the second grade? You ate glue in the second grade? You cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Wraith get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life that I felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, this sun, these sweet sugary drinks. It sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls, it's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get ready for bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes. That was a weird way to end. Oh well, what are you going to do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone is bound to say something crazy, right? Anyway, seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which is sort of okay with. You pull on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is that look on your face excitement? Is that look on their faces excitement? Terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It's happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time! Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand, flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly, the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make some half-ass cameos in this show. I'm going to chew his agent out. But before they walk over for your big moment, don't think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to us, Stealthy. It can be easy being thrown onto a mysterious island for seemingly no reason, surrounded by terrifying killers trying to manage your post-primal impulses, murdering and making out. And you've kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island host, with dignity and respect. So don't tell anyone I told you this, but Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially. Just a little hint for you going forward. Don't try to go all the way with the killer who isn't you. Relationships are two-way streets, and if you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone. Friend zone? That doesn't sound so bad. Where do you think you are exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers and there are survivors, and I'm afraid we can't say more. Okay, so who's into me? Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially again. Well, I've seen sparks flying between you and Huntress. I saw her whittling a little figurine of you last night while everyone else was asleep. So are you ready? Of course you're not, but too bad, we're on a schedule. You make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their backs. This game. It's been quite the 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air. And I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks. Time for our newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this. No, you don't, but who cares? Stephanie, who are you going to choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower. The thing where the suitor gets a flower as a symbol of a contestant's love and affection. Ooh, Lord, what y'all talking about now? Hold on now. Wait a minute. Dwight and Claudette, what y'all got going on? Talk about a flower. She opened up like a flower, straight up out the shower. Hit it from the front every hour. All right, I suppose, but no roses. They're such a cliche at this point. But that's good because I tried to pick a rose, but got an ouchie, so I settled for these. Beautiful. Done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. Hope Dwight saved some of those for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that vibe too. Just me? Sorry. You got other things to think about right now. No, it's a vibe. I know they said in the beginning that no, but no, I think it's a vibe between them. Stealthy, who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you today? All right. Well, duh, we're going for a Huntress run, so. You turn to Huntress. She's never looked more appealing. Her caftan dress ruffles behind her in the light morning breeze. A seagull lands on her shoulder like she's a beachy cartoon princess. Hold on, I got something in my eye, chat. Good gracious. And no, I'm not crying. Legit, I'm not crying. I actually have something in my eye. Okay. Alright. She snaps the seagull's neck and stuffs it somewhere under her flowery dress, probably to save for lunch. She can't help but hunt. Huntress, I choose you. Let's spend the day together and see if we think their future is possible for our love. Me? Really? Huntress throws her hands in the air like a bear and gallops towards you. At first, you think she might swipe at you with her gigantic hands and knock the life out of you. Instead, she scoops you up into a hug and takes her place at your side. And she just stuck her tongue out at all the other killers. Sometimes the immature move is the right one. It's sure to be a fun day. We'll just be here, not getting really participate, even though survivors matter too, while you go off and have a grand old time. Yep, just Claudette and I hanging out, no one competing for our love, wondering what we did in our past life to end up embroiled in this unrelenting misery. But go, have a blast. Huntress eagerly leads you to the yacht to begin your romantic day together. You have to admit warm, salty air on your skin, the sound of crashing waves. This is a pretty perfect morning, just you and Huntress.
Hey, cuties.
Ocean's here too.
Did you know I'm teeming with flesh-eating bacteria and dead bodies?
Bad, pesky Ocean always killing the vibe. You turn to Huntress. You sure you're okay here on the ocean? I know you don't like to be out in the open. Something about being here with you makes me feel safe. You both sit down at a beautiful set table on the deck of the boat. A wide spread of mouth-watering breakfast goodies are arranged in front of you. Can we get you anything? You look a bit green. I get extremely seasick. And Trickster replaced all the islands Dramamine with party drugs, so... Wait, how did they get here? Weren't they just on the beach consoling the rejected killers? Are there more than 2 of them? You motion one of them over. We'll both take a screwdriver. Hold the orange juice. Of course. Hey, can you play this particular song for us? Set the mood? Hand Dwight a piece of paper with the song title written on it. Sure, though I doubt Trapper has it in his vinyl collection. Soon a haunting melody of Huntress's mother lullaby streams through the yacht's expensive stereo system. The boat rocks as though to the rhythm of the song. The eerie, melancholy mood is really quite romantic. Breakfast has never been this intimate. You reach out to touch Huntress's hand when you suddenly a loud bellow scares you. You knock your freshly poured flute of straight vodka onto the pristine deck. It's Trapper. It's Trapper. He's screaming at us from the beach. Look how tiny he looks from all the way out there. All the way out here. Huntress squishes his head between her fingers like a child and giggles.
Damn you both! Those chairs you're sitting on worth more than your lives! Get back here!
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Hey, Claudette, take us out farther. Aye, Captain. Can she drive a boat? Guess we'll find out. Alone again with nothing but the caw of a seagull and the ominous shadow of a creature lurking beneath the waves. I have something for you. For me? Huntress reveals a package wrapped in a bloody apron. You clap your hands like a kid on their birthday. Her playful attitude is rubbing off on you. I made that mask for you. I almost forgot, but I bet you didn't. This is the whole reason you pursued Huntress, I bet. Definitely to get a mask of your own, no other reason. Here you go. It's perfect. You put it on, it fits your face like a face glove. You gaze at Huntress through the eyes of the mask. A swell of emotion surges through you. One has become 2. Rabbits be multiplying even in mass form. Let's go back to my place. She downs her screwdriver. The tension is palpable as you enter the cabin. You could cut it with a hatchet. Give me a break. It's day 3 of killer jokes. A narrator has only so much mojo. Huntress sits down at the cluttered table in the kitchen. You notice the bloodstains have crept into every nook and cranny of the wooden planks. What poor creature died on this table? Did they suffer?
What do you care if they suffered?
Get back in the ocean. Stop backseat omniscience narrating. Stay here. Don't move a muscle, or I'll hear it. I can hear any mammal's tendons creak as if they stretch. It's a gift and a curse. I'll be right back. Alone in the cabin. What to do? Clean up. Everybody do your share. You half expect a flock of adorable birds and cute little mice to come sprinting in and help you, but they don't, because this isn't some fantasy. This is gritty. This is real. Plus, I'm pretty sure she kills all the adorable birds and cute little mice. So you putter around the room by yourself, organizing Huntress's various trinket collections. Old bottles over here, discarded vintage doll parts over there, various keys that don't open anything in particular. Doesn't have a drawer filled with these. Everyone has a drawer like that. Then you lay a blanket down in front of the fireplace for no reason. No reason at all. You're certainly not imagining all the naughty things you could do down on such a blanket. What's that in her strong yet delicate hand? You reach out for her, longing to stroke her blood-matted hair and scratched up shoulders. I thought we could get warm by the fire. Dear God, why am I having to stick these noises? Oh, dear sweet. Oh, gosh. All right. When I said this is a different kind of party, it's a different kind of party. She wags a finger at you, a bunnylicious smirk on her face. I see that. Not so fast. So, I have a favor to ask. The killer stole some of my things. I think they're just jealous of my awesome collection. They're so petty sometimes. And we're talking about some of my favorite things. Some things that I have special meaning to me. Maybe to this island. But hey, we do all prey on innocent victims for a living. I can't forgive petty theft, but I do still want my stuff back. For a living? Does anyone pay her to do this? That'd be a twist. But perhaps more importantly, why am I still trying to untwist all of this ridiculous lore? I've got to learn to go with the flow like you do, Stealthy. The thing is, they'll totally freak out if they catch me trying to steal my stuff back from them. I was thinking, maybe you could be the one who went out and got it back for me. I'll follow close behind just in case anything too terrible happens, but you gotta lead the way. Huntress coyly drags her toe across the floor beneath you. Her legs are so powerful she basically rips up the floorboard. What do you say, hero? I kind of just want to vibe in this moment. How dare those monsters? We trying to smash, so why not? How dare those monsters? Of course I'll help you. A globe-hunting treasure hunt on the level of Nicolas Cage's masterpiece. You can definitely count me in. Let's go. I'll be your guardian angel. You never know when one of those killers might pop up. Grab Huntress by the hand, practically trip over your own feet and on your way out the door, it feels good to have a quest thrilling. All right, let's go ahead and save real quick. Okay, but part of this is wondering how quickly you can get through this and impress Huntress. So she'll take you in her yoked arms and you'll swoon. Your childhood crush on Pai Pai is making more and more sense. Where do you want to start? There are 4 killers who have stolen from Huntress. You're not going to let them get away with it. Which one will you investigate? There are 2 ways to get to Trapper's Cave due to the whole, trap-based character theme he's got going on. You can rest assured that either one or both of these pathways is filled with traps. You turn to Huntress for advice, but she only giggles and shrugs her shoulders. You're on your own, it seems. Can I save? Shit. Let's be sneaky. Let's go to Underground Tunnel. Underground, huh? Sounds secretive. No one can stop you if they can't see you. That said, no one can rescue you if they can't hear you scream. And nobody would need to waste time burying you or already be underground when you die. You're not gonna die, are you? Surely a dimly lit tunnel that is most rife with traps. However, you manage to make your way along, distinctly uncaught by any traps, rusty, bare, or otherwise. I got this. You're doing great. You're not at all afraid? Who, me? Nah, I gotta say, this is up there along with the nicest damp and seemingly abandoned tunnels I've ever wandered through. Look, it even has lights. Okay, so it looks like we made the right choice. So let's go ahead and save. Inspired by Huntress' bravery, you dig deep inside yourself and summon courage of your own, which is good, because you're going to need it if you're going to head through that very murdery-looking passage ahead. You enter a humid, shadowy cave. Dripping water echoes all around you. It's definitely not cozy like the cabin you left behind. You wonder, how deep does that pool of shiny water go? Let's get this over with. When your eyes adjust into the darkness, you see Trapper. He leans against the wall of a cave like a detective in an old film noir. I knew you'd come. Trapper, get out of our way or I'll skill you and serve you for lunch. Wasting your time. You'll never find what you're looking for. Unless you're looking for... Is it a minigame? What? A minigame? How unexpected. How playful. How about you play it right now? Find Huntress's lost shiny thing. Kill them eyes, you're on the hunt now. Okay, so it's still gonna be the pointer thing, okay. Shit. Hold on, let's go back, let's go back. We already had messed up. See, this is why you save it, so that way you mess up, you can just yeet yourself back. We ain't going for not bad. We are not going for not bad. We trying to 100% this thing. All right. Okay. Okay, come on now. Bam! Perfect. Got it. Woohoo! Alright. I gotta do it one more time. Shh. Not bad. Woo! You did it. You found my lost shiny object. You did it. You found my lost shiny object. I'm so grateful I could kiss you right now. But I won't because I'm pretty sure Trapper didn't actually leave and he's still over in the shadow watching us. Later, Trapper, you thieving little perv.
Hey, that's not fair. I'm huge.
Come on, Stealthy, let's hurry to the next place. Found Huntress's shiny thing. And, well, it's just a regular old pin, but we don't need to point it out. She's happy, and it's all that matters. What spirit stole some stuff? This place is spooky as heck. Wasn't the beach sunny and beautiful just a moment ago? So you're telling me that your precious shiny thing is up there? It's pretty great, right? Finally, a good chance to activate these quads. You don't get leads like these from standing still. But you already know I love a good workout. Running, jumping, climbing, roughhousing. That damn shiny thing before your immeasurable horniness melts your brain and runs down your ears already. Oh, you called it out. It's obvious to everyone. Just own it. So shall we? Inside the lighthouse, it's so dark you can barely see the step in front of you, but that's okay because you've got 100 stairs to practice getting the hang of this in the dark. However, there's something about this illumination that's really wearing you out and messing with your otherwise happy, horny aura. You can practically feel your mood going down as you climb up, higher into the lighthouse. Before you finally arrive at the top. Spirit, you're looking pretty pleased with yourself. Yeah, I'm getting a hang of this whole being dead thing. Did you actually get sadder the closer you got to the top of the tower? That was me, baby. I've got to share the wealth. And wealth, I mean unending despair. You're probably here for one of your precious shiny things that I've stolen. Good luck finding it. I'll be over here reading if you need me. Let's find the shiny thing. Anything to brighten the mood in here. Okay, let's go ahead and save. We got a chance to save. No. We loading. Shit. Serial data. Yeah, let's... Damn it. I hate these kind of games. One. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Damn it. Yes. You're going a long way to prove your dedication to me. You know I noticed, right? I can see a raccoon. I can see a raccoon lick itself from 200 yards away in pitch darkness. I definitely see you working that little butt off for me. Shark keychain. Shiny thing get. You found a bottle opener. Really? This is the fancy item. Whatever, you're a real team player. Hey. No. Stop. Spirit doesn't even look up from a book. I think you'll be fine if you just peace out. Okay. You arrive at Rafe's oddball hangout zone. You immediately understand why they call it Cosmic Dump. They being me, obviously. It's as if there are items and elements from all over the universe in this space. Also, it's a damned mess. But it's undoubtedly a special place. The very air you breathe makes you feel like you're part of something much, much larger. I'm gonna go hunt us some lunch while you find the object. You know it when you see it because it's extremely shiny. How long have you been standing there? Are we ever really there? I don't have time for your existential crisis. I don't have time for your existential crisis today, Wraith. Huntress and I are totally gonna get it on soon. I think. I hope. Look, I need to find a special object you have hidden here. You stole it from Huntress and she knows it. So you're trying to figure out this damn thing too, huh? Come check this out. Alright, let's go ahead and save right now. Bit of a subject change, but sure, it's Rafe we're dealing with after all. Rafe leads you to a telescope through which you can see from a far-off island in the distance. Holy smokes, is that... Sorry, I have no idea what that is. What would you mind filling me in? It's IP Island. Where all the coolest killer from intellectual properties that were legally obligated, not mentioned by name, hang out and party with Hollywood celebs and Silicon Valley moguls. That's not even all. Zoom in. Over there. Is that Ghostface? Hey, it's Ghostface. What's happening, brother? I said not to name them. Oh, geez, now I'm gonna have to clear the rights. You have no idea how much my lawyer charges by the hour. I'm sorry, he just kind of popped up. I'm telling you, something crazy is going on here. I have to know. I wasn't trying to steal anything from Huntress. I'll have you know, I wasn't trying to steal anything from Huntress. I was looking for answers, but, occasionally losing said answers. Yep, that's right. You're the thing... That's right, the thing you're looking for I can't actually find, so... Shit. I didn't mean to do that. Dadgummit. I jumped the gun, chat. I jumped the gun. Let's get past all this. That counted. Shit. All right, let's load it. Ah, I messed up on that one. Load. Shit, come on. Come on, Steph. Come on. Got this. It's killing me. I hate these games like this. Maybe this is why I don't do Dead by Daylight. I gotta get 2 perfects in a row. That's the only way you can actually beat this blasting thing. You have to get 2 in a row, it looks like. You found it. So shiny. I knew I could count on you, Stealthy. A pair of glasses. That's saying something because I literally never count via any traditional system of numbers. Let's get out of here. It's hard to believe that these old glasses really mean anything special, but a lady like Huntress deserves whatever she wants. You spend a moment imagining Huntress with glasses. Would she wear them over the mask or under? Hey, that's just not some kind of junk. Those are my reading glasses. I just subscribed to highlights. Last one. You arrive at Trickster stage, but there's no one here. Not Trickster, not an audience, not anybody. Nothing eerie than an empty concert. Nothing eerier than an empty concert venue. Yo, Infinite, what's up, my man? Nothing eerier than an empty concert venue. Think of all the fringe that once swayed here. The beers that sloshed over red solo cups. Moss pits. Tall guys standing in front of you for the entire show. Never had that happen to me because I've always been tall. Lifelong friendships that could actually only lasted for one summer. Good times. My concerts are always an experience. You should really come to one of my after parties sometimes. They're a real scream. I'll put you on my VIP list. I prefer acoustic beat music. I'm not gonna try to butcher that name. Trickster, I never listened to your music, and I think sample sound of people's screams is very been there, done that. Hey, no one talks to Trickster like that. And how do you know about my samples? Somebody is obviously a much bigger fan than they're letting on. Show me where Huntress's shiny, mysterious object is, or I'll wipe that grin off your face with a chloroform-drenched rag. Oh, okay. We getting bold and brazen now. Okay. Way to harsh my mellow. Deranged violence and torture is only cool when I do it. Because it's my commentary on so shallow society, and I make it look sexy as hell. Your thingamajig is that away. Trickster backs away from you and resumes practicing an intricate dance routine. The way you stood up to that bootleg Backstreet Boy just now was, wow. If I weren't so strong and stable on my feet, I'd swoon. But it just wouldn't be believable. Find me, my shiny thing champion. Wait, hold on. Okay, we might have to go back and load again. So I think I screwed that up. I didn't know we were hopping right into the game. Oh, shit, basket. We got to do this again. Damn it. It's my fault. It's my fault. Ah, damn it. I'm never going to be able to get 3 perfect again like that. It's my fault, chat. I've got to remember to save on this blasted thing. I ain't know we were hopping right into it. All right, let's get past all this. All right. Yeah, let's just save right here. That'll be fine. Shit, let's load again. Let's load. And I already messed up. I still know she called him a bootleg Backstreet Boy. You did it. Oh, thank God. You know what? Let's go ahead and save. Let us go ahead and save. Your ability to find the unfindable is quite uncanny. A natural hunter, I must say. Do you think I might be able to find your heart? I would hope so. It's very important to locate and remove all internal organs of your prey as soon as you fail them so their meat doesn't spoil. All right then. Oh, what's this? You found a gold coin. Hey, didn't we find a gold coin at the beginning of the game? Phew, that was fun and scary. Good to see the other killers are taking their heartbreak in stride, more or less. And you got a really nice tour of some of the island's lesser known haunts. Haha, boom, still got it. You make a pretty good team, you and I. What can I say? I appreciate a fine collection. All right, look, bro. I know my car's supposed to be horny in this, but come on now. Now that yours is back in order, maybe we can head back inside to appreciate it. And you collect a certain other special gift I've been meaning to give to you. A special gift? Is it shiny? I suppose it could be if you oil it up enough. Talking about our penis. God, we talking about our penis, I think. I'm going to be ill. I am too, narrator. When you enter the cabin, it's dark, barely lit, deep shadows stretching from wall to wall. Somehow it manages to be a little bit terrifying, but also a little romantic. But you barely even notice you've got other things on your mind. Okay. You're practically undressing each other as you walk through the door. Minds elsewhere, neither of you realize that the door was wide open already. You were incredible. Every time you found one of my objects, my heart beat faster and faster. Your nimble hands, is there anything they can't find? The fireplace is crackling. Your heart is pounding. The smell of cinnamon is in the air. But wait. Who is that? Huntress quickly pulls her beach cover back on. My darling. An older Russian woman bearing a striking resemblance to Huntress sits, warming her hands by the fire. She turns to you and you're shocked to see that she appears to come from a completely different time in history, wrapped in old, unfamiliar clothes that are completely out of place here at this beach retreat. Without thinking, you blurt out, "What an honor! It's you!" I can't believe this. You're the Mama Huntress? I've been dying to meet you. Well, nearly. Can I help you with anything? Glass of vodka, a hatchet for revenge for the elk who slayed you? Oh no, man, I can't do no Russian accent. Mother Russia. Oh no, my child. I am quite content. Just happy to know my little darling is taken care of. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this Russian accent. I can't do a Russian accent. Huntress chuckles nervously. Hi, Mama. Claudette and Dwight burst in like they're in a prank video. Bet you weren't expecting this date to include meeting her mom. What? Hey, Huntress, how do you feel about your dear old mom coming in to interrupt your date? Huntress throws a hatchet directly at the two survivors. It skewers the wall behind them without another word. They quickly scurry away. Good girl. Huntress turns to you. I hope this is all right. I was kind of hoping to bang. We're going to do an asshole run of this, and we're going to pick the worst answers possible. Of course, it's okay. I give great parent. What? Huntress breathes a sigh of relief. It's not that the mood I thought we were coming back to, but I'm here now. I'm in it. I'm ready to meet your mama. Thank goodness, because my mother is the only person, most important person in my life. We Russians invented tea. Did you know that? Mama Huntress shoves a cup in your hand and you drink your tea with her. The air becomes warm around you. You, Huntress, and her mother sit by the fire, exchange stories and anecdotes. Mama pulls out some old-timey pictures of a young Huntress in black and white, holding bloodied animal corpses with a chilling, dead-eyed stare. We all laugh and eat raw meat of some kind. It's a lovely time, almost like you're back home. You've forgotten that you're possibly on a cursed island atop of what likely is some sort of hellmouth. Look, that's not an official lore. I just call it like I see it. Every so often, Mama Huntress clutches her stomach and eyes stare into the middle distance. She mutters something sounds as if reliving the moment she was skewered by an elk. It's very grim. I like you. Thank you for indulging me. Where am I going with this accent? Mother Russia. I like you. Thank you for indulging me in tea and stories. So tell me, what are your intentions with my... I don't know what that says, so we're going to say daughter. That means bunny, but but you guessed that already, didn't you? Or by now you've got a translator at ready. To keep her safe, to start a family, to take it slow. Sure. All that's on my mind is family. 'Cause I'm Vin Diesel. Family. To forge our own forest dwelling with a brood of half a dozen at least, hunting side by side forever. Mama Huntress smiles at you. She reaches into her bloody cloak and pulls out a handkerchief with a flower on it. For you, the one worthy of my honor, use it to clean your hatchet with viscera. Hatchet of viscera. You take the handkerchief. It soft and smells of spices. I'll take good care of this. You point to Huntress. Her, on the other hand, she can take care of herself. Huntress is ecstatic. You've won over her mama. Not so easy, no easy task. My time on this plane is coming to an end. The weird magic from that ghost girl's black lighthouse won't keep me here for long. I don't want to get into the lies of this, but yeah, the black lighthouse can bring ghosts back to life. If you're still here, you're willing to believe anything. Okay, sure, why not? It was Spirit who brought you back. I'll have to thank her. Huntress' mama begins to fade. Huntress cries. You can picture her at 6 years old lying over her mother's dead body. I fully support this union. I feel good having my daughter on this cruel earth with you. You share a meaningful look with the mother of your beloved. Mama Huntress fades away, leaving you and Huntress alone again. Not a second later, Claudette and Dwight storm back in, never alone for too long on this island. It's time for a dramatic scene between the lovers. Shall we adjourn to the forest clearing for ambience? You and Huntress stand holding hands in the forest clearing. Dwight and Claudette watch your interactions closely. Too closely. Hey, I've really loved hanging out with you. I think it's time. Time? Time for... Oh, my. Okay, I'm ready for this. Time for you to call me by my real name. Like my Mother's Day brother does. Will you call me Anna? Oh, that! Yes, of course. I think Anna is a beautiful name. And you're a beautiful person, Anna. Or Anna. Stealthy, Do you know what I'd like to do right now with you beneath the moonlight? Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Oh boy. All right, let's save. Because I have a feeling some things might be coming up. I'm feeling closer to you than I ever have before. And there's nothing I'd rather do right now than... She averts her eyes. Does she mean what you think she means? Nope, she's looking right at Dwight and Claudette. Chop up these two fools with you. Damn. Damn, son, damn. Oh, man. Okay. I mean, we here in the mood, so... I'm sorry, Claudette. I'm sorry, Dwight. My hatchet is as sharp as my love for you. Let's get bloody. Oh, God, we just killed Dwight, Claudette. I'm sorry. It's a gruesome scene as you and Huntress go to town on these innocent survivors who just wanted to help you guys out. We were being forced to help you. I can't hear you, hun, on account of congealing blood in your mouth. Oh! Once you've made quite a mess of the survivors, you and Huntress look at each other with maniac eyes. Shall we return to the cabin? I'd love to get out of that beachwear and into something a little less there. Thought you'd never ask. Oh, boy. Once inside the cabin, Huntress strips off her caftan, revealing every curve of her muscled bod. You follow her lead, disrobing for the first time since waking up here on the island. You've been sleeping in your clothes. No judgment. It's a strange new place. You kiss, and yes, if you're wondering, it looks like she's gonna keep the bunny mask on for sexy time. Oh, boy. This is the part where I skedaddle. Decapitation, sure. Tiger maulings, love it. Dudes crushing other dudes in car crushers. Gotta have it. But hanky-panky, that I can't handle. I'll leave you horny kids to it. Johnny Amour, where's bien? I don't know what I'm saying. But just because Hunter speaks Russian doesn't mean I do. I speak Canadian French. It's a thing. Look it up. Am I nervously running my mouth just to give you two alone time in the dark? Maybe. Stop me if you've heard this one. A hillbilly, a doctor, and a clown walk into a bar. Fine, we'll get back into it. Post doing it, you and Huntress lie together in the warmth of the fire. Everything is so perfect. You imagine Mama Huntress smiling down at you from beyond. Then you realize that's pretty gross to imagine her having watched all of that and you trying to stop thinking about it. That was incredible. You're telling me? The door to the cabin creaks open. You cover yourself with a blanket. Oh God, a severed arm claws its way through the doorway, leaving a trail of blood in its wake. No! We've walked right into a scene from a horror movie. As soon as people have sex, they die. Not when I'm around. Huntress procures a hatchet from out of nowhere. Was that in bed with you guys? The wriggling torsos of Dwight and Claudette followed. Follow their chopped up limbs. Slowly, pieces of their bodies start to put themselves back together. No way. What the fuck indeed, my friend. You thought that this island would let us die permanently? Haven't you ever played Dead by Daylight? Come on, we have to get to the final scene. I mean decision. Claudette and Dwight lead you and Huntress back to the empty beach. You both bask in the glory of being freshly laid. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? Like some sort of laundry detergent. Freshly laid. Actually, maybe that's good. I'll get my agent to start circulating on that. The island is strangely quiet. No sarcastic remarks disguising a broken young woman from spirit. No strange, wide-eyed stare from socially awkward wraith. No threats of imminent violence from Trapper. Even Claudette and Dwight are tight-lipped. They almost seem zombified? Last day, you beautiful piece of meat. You've done so well. We're almost at the finish line. You didn't think I brought you all this way without a plan, did you? What kind of sinister body of salted water do you think I am? A whoosh of dark energy surrounds you and disappears as quickly as it came. The island noises begin to return. Birds chirp to their trees. The grass rustles in the light breeze. And oh look, the other killers are here at the fire pit to watch the final ceremony. I can't wait any longer. The pomp and circumstance is agonizing. You're telling me. Stick to the script, Claudette. Okay, so Huntress, how do you feel about the newcomer? Are they everything your murderous little heart has ever longed for? Huntress stares down at you for an agonizing moment. She steps towards you. My dear, I think this is true love. Come with me to the Red Forest. Let's hunt the woods together and have a family bursting with babies. We'll raise them as fierce warriors who can defend their family and home. It's just a matter of days. You've come from being completely alone to being start of a clan of warriors. I did not see that coming. Brave starts a slow clap. No one joins in. Typical. Whatever. Love is a concept made up by greeting card industry. I'm out of here. Spirit floats back to her black lighthouse. Look behind you. It's Trapper. Huntress, you bested me. He turns to you and offers his leathery hand for a handshake. Congratulations, Stealthy. I don't shake hands with losers. Trapper's eyebrows shoot up, and then he smiles. Did not see that one coming. You're right, kid. I mean, I hate you completely. I want to kill you mercilessly, but you're all right. But wait, you haven't said anything to Huntress. Laugh in her face. Yeah, we're definitely doing an asshole run of this. And I love you too. Yes, let's move to the Red Forest. Yes, let's move to the Red Forest immediately. Is 12 kids too many? Maybe in this economy, but who cares? Your heart is overflowing with joy as you and Huntress embrace. Is this what you've been missing your whole life? A woman with shoulders the size of mountains who won't take off her bunny mask even during intimate times. Yes. Yes, 1,000 times yes. You stare into the sunset and picture your life together. Happiness is real. Huntress lifts her mask and you finally lay your eyes on her breathtaking natural beauty. You know, the cabin I grew in doesn't have the amenities that my luxurious new beach house has. I'm used to living as a beast, bathing in the river, running wild through the bushes. While telling you this, Huntress has left her bathing suit behind and entered into the jungle. You haven't lived until you've been one with nature. Oh, God. You chase Huntress into the woods, leaving your own bathing suit behind. Oh, my dear God. Oh, dear God. I'm going to hell. Well, that was it, chat. That was Hooked on You. Huntress run. I'm glad to be done with the game. I seriously might go back and consider some of those replay throughs if you all want to see that. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is fun, but at the same time, it's just like, this is my first time playing a dating sim ever. Not just on stream, but just ever in general. So, watching this all play out was very funny. I definitely don't think I could have done this on YouTube. So the VOD might not go up on YouTube for this one. Overall, I enjoyed my time. I'm sorry it took forever for me to go ahead and finally finish this. It's just not a game that I don't care to play by myself. It's funner when you have people to do the voice lines, but hey, it's fine. As we can see, I stink at doing voices. I can't do a Russian accent. I can't do a country accent, apparently. Not like that thick hick accent. Beyond the one I already have. But yeah, we'll let the credits play out. Give these people their just due, because hey, put a lot of time and energy into this game. I doubt there'll be a DLC for this game, because the whole IP island probably would be a little hard to clear, especially since you got like the Ghostface rights are in different hands now. But I'm not gonna lie, if they do let us go to the other island, we're going to Ghostface run. I don't care if it's a dude up under there, it's Ghostface. I got to. That probably because he's the most human out of all the characters. Although Amanda and the Pig Mask wouldn't be so bad, I guess. I forgot, yeah, this came out last year. Well, that was certainly interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to turn that off. Whew. All right, chat. That is where I'm going to end things for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Chat was quiet tonight, but hey, I had a lot of fun. Thank you for those who watched. Hey, thank you, I'm Chucky, for coming through. Thank you, Infinite, for coming through. Of course, thank you, Jack, for hopping in Discord with me. Much appreciated. It's been fun. It was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I played this, and I'm glad I went ahead and finished it. So, yeah, until next time, Hoodie Squad, thank you so much for coming through, and yeah, I'm heading to bed. Peace out, everyone.